now listening to the Good Bad Advice Podcast with Stephanie and Chase.
Hello and happy Mother's Day to all of our moms out there. This is our special Good Bad Advice Mother's Day episode. We are still your hosts. I'm still Chase.
Yeah, and I'm still Stephanie.
And we are not giving unsolicited advice to people in the news this week. We are celebrating moms because we're so pumped.
And we have no advice for moms.
None, are you kidding?
There's one thing about us. We are not shaming other moms.
We are not
and giving
a mom
them
shamer
advice.
at all. And
Unless
for
they
all of
ask.
you moms that are worried, or maybe you listened yesterday, because this episode will be the day after Mother's Day. If you listened yesterday to all the different social medias or the talks or the things, you're like, oh, my mom did this, and you're like, I'm not any of that. Don't buy it. Every mom is perfect for what you're doing unless you end up in jail like Ruby Frankie. You're not Ruby Frankie.
Unless you were Ruby Frankie.
You did an amazing job. You're not Lori Daybell.
Here's the thing. If you're even
You're
worried.
not Casey Anthony.
If you're even worried about whether or not you're a good mom, you're a good mom.
Yeah. If you're worrying about being a good mom, that evidence is that you are in fact a good mom.
Yes. Period.
And you're not currently on trial for killing your children.
Yeah.
So could be worse, even if maybe you lost your cool this morning or yesterday morning on Mother's Day. That's really fine. Yeah. Actually, my very good friend, I won't say who, but I have a very good friend who for Mother's Day leaves town and she gets a weekend away.
Oh,
and I love that for her.
I have heard of that. The mamas want peace and quiet.
Yeah, just peace and quiet. Want a break because you've been doing everything so much. And dads out there, on behalf of dads speaking to dads, I hope that you did your dang work and put in the time for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Maybe we release this a little bit earlier so this could be Saturday before Mother's Day.
Yeah,
moms,
I don't know.
if you're listening, you can hang out with us on Mother's Day. And dads, if you're listening, please do your dang thing. Yeah. And moms, if you're listening and you know your dad is not, just turn this, just rewind this, turn it very loud.
Saturday before, and turn this on in the car
like,
on your speaker with your husband. I just
want you to hear them, and we'll be like, dads, do the dang thing for Mother's Day. Try hard.
Dads, hear me right now. Literally, motherhood is her 24/7. That deserves a 24/7 gift.
Agreed. And keep in mind, dads, that if you're like, oh, but maybe we could save a little bit of money. The amount of money you will save in couples therapy if you just show up and do the dang thing the first time.
Truly.
So get and buy a little extra nice thing.
Think of the money.
Take care of the dinner or the food or the kids.
Yeah, and if you don't have a regular house cleaner and that is the mother, then add up what that would be and then spend that on your cost.
Fully.
Okay? For her Mother's Day gift. This
Agreed.
is the day for
show
the
up
mamas.
and show out, you guys. These are the advice. This is major advice to
Was that
dads.
aggressive enough? I hope that was aggressive enough for you to play out loud.
Because I just got myself gassy. The aggression made me a little gassy. Okay. We were at dinner last week.
Yes.
And we often will do these things where we just come up with a game and then
Chase,
we go.
You're the cruise director.
I live for a game. I live for an
table
activity.
game.
I love a table game. Are you kidding?
No, and it makes it so fun. Because sometimes you're just sitting there talking, but then it's suddenly we're in a table game.
Yeah, and the table game is really nice too because it can foster discussion or conversation or something else.
Pause. I'm so sorry to tangent on the middle of this. There is a TikTok creator whose friends are doing a summer competition.
Yes, you send it to me.
I'm literally creating it today. I'm going to send it to you. I don't know if I'll make it a competition.
But just an opportunity.
Fun,
we'll do it for good bads. If you want to have a good bad summer.
Yes. Okay.
A good not bad summer.
The premise is basically that there's tiers of points that you can get for
with
completing tasks, daily challenges, and also bigger ones for more points. You have to take a photo for photo evidence. But
let's do that starting June 1st. And so then you and I can work for this month to get how it would operate. And then that'd be really fun. And then we'll have a little summer soiree of we did it sort of deal. Oh my gosh,
so
I
fun.
love.
I'm so excited.
Because we could come up with 99 things for the 99 days of summer.
Yeah.
And we have 99 little tasks to do, and if you send us a picture and you tag yourself in it, then you get a point, and we'll just keep track of everyone's points, and then we'll see who wins. And
so fun.
Okay, so fun. Okay, good memory.
Sorry.
But we were at this restaurant, and we were talking about what were the top 10 comedies No. 10 TV shows of all time.
10 TV shows.
Top
of all time.
TV
Yes,
shows
yes,
of all time. Because we were talking about a TV show that I had said was so good. I forget.
Yeah.
Oh, Hacks. And I was saying, oh, Hacks, I think is going to be a legend. And then we said, well, are they? And so then we started going back and forth on playing kind of password, trying to guess
them, yeah.
the thing. So
and then
we're
for
going to
like
be playing
ER, Grey's Anatomy, MASH. I was like, okay, doctor. And then it's like, is it Grey's Anatomy, MASH, ER? Yeah.
Yes. So we would go back through. So for those of you that don't know how you play password, so we're going to play mom TV show password. So the category are TV shows for moms.
Okay.
Or with like a mom lead figure. But we're going to play password on it so that I'm going to try to get Stephanie to guess, but I only can say one word. And then she guesses, and then I can say another word, and then she guesses until she gets it.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to start out easy.
Yes. Okay, please.
David. Oh, actually, we should have a rule that we can't do accents or impersonations.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about that, because I just gave that away.
Yeah.
That obviously is
Schitt's
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
So you guys understand kind of how
it's iconic moms in TV is the theme.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're thinking.
I'm
We're
thinking,
We're
I'm thinking.
brainstorming.
Okay. Peggy.
Peggy.
Oh shoot. I can't do names.
Oh yeah, you can't do names.
That's Married with Children.
Would have never guessed that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This game is super fun for you guys right now.
Yeah, this is like the best game. Okay. Country.
I'm thinking Nashville.
Okay. Nope. Ginger. Reba. That's the TV show.
Boom.
That was I googled famous moms in TV.
Moms.
You have to get back into the moms of it all. Okay.
Nashville was a pretty good guess though.
Okay. Blender. Oh no! Shoot! Change it. Crockpot. I know that's 2 words.
This is us.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Generational
Parenthood.
Nope. Dang it! I was gonna do that one for Parenthood. But
okay.
Next one is
Generation Gilmore Girls.
Nope. I gotta give you another word.
Gilmore Girls better be on this list.
It is.
Gay. Generational gay. Will and Grace.
Nope.
Okay.
Hang on, I got another one. Generational wouldn't be Will and Grace because that's not multiple generations.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just trying.
Ding.
Generational gay moms. Is the mom gay or is the son gay? The woman. I'm not. Okay, nobody's. It's just a gay show.
No, there's a gay couple in it.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to say clown. Dang it. I don't know.
Modern Family.
Modern Family. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you got that. Okay, now you try to get me to guess some.
Family.
Here's the list of them.
Okay.
I hope you're playing along with us. I hope
okay.
This may not be the best podcast game. This is a test.
Yeah.
This is a test.
Ooh. Gosh, there's so many on here.
There's so many, and it's so hard because when you see one, so just pick one and then you have to think of that one for the word because that's what I had. That's what helped me. Because when we did the TV shows, it was a little easier because we could be like, okay, great.
Banana.
Same. Arrested Development.
Yes. Okay. Ooh.
See, when you play password, you can't do proper nouns, so you can't say names, places, or titles of them.
Oh, which one? I haven't seen that show. I haven't seen the show. Oh.
They're loving it. What?
Maid.
Oh, Brady Bunch.
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Good.
Thank you so much.
That's so hard to be thinking of a show without being able to use like a name or a title.
Mm-hmm. That one was hard.
These are fun Mother's Day. This would be a fun game to play. Like if you're at
MTV.
MTV moms. Oh, 16 and pregnant.
No, but it's
That's
that
actually
show.
really funny. It's that show.
But it's called something else.
Oh, teen pregnancy was Teen Mom. Teen Mom.
Yes.
Okay, wait. I had
Teen
that back 'cause I really-
pregnancy?
Teen pregnancy. Oh yeah, not the same thing.
No.
That's actually a fun.
Well, it is the same thing, but
Yeah. Okay. A fun show to play, like if your Mother's
Yeah.
Day dinner, maybe you put them. Maybe that's a charades game or something. Okay. Also, there's a list of the top. It was voted. BuzzFeed voted the top moms on TV.
Oh,
Number one.
okay.
I'm gonna do it from 10 down to number one.
okay.
Okay, so Linda Bleacher from Bob's Burgers. I don't watch Bob's
I don't
Burgers.
either, but I've heard great things.
I've heard great things. It's just not for me. But so that was number one or number 10. Gloria Pritchett from Modern Family.
Oh.
Sofia Vergara's
Yeah.
character. I love her because my very favorite scene of her is where she has the gun and she goes, "If I wanted to undo a shirt button, I could," with her little BB gun, and then it shows her cut, cut, cut. I think she's such a good character. Okay, Lucille Bluth from Arrested Development. She's a phenomenal
iconic
character. I for sure deserves the iconic. Helen from Daria. Also, I didn't see that.
I watched Daria as a kid.
You did?
Not as like a kid, as like a
younger.
Younger.
Kitty Foreman, That 70s Show. I was too old for that. I mean,
same.
I was too young for that. I
Too
didn't
young,
watch
for sure.
that 70s shows, but she's such an iconic person. Charlotte Pickles from Rugrats.
Oh, absolutely.
Iconic. Doesn't she have the twins?
Yes.
Her
Wait.
kids are the twins.
Let me see.
Or is she Chucky's mom? Or
No, that's
Charlie's mom.
No. Angelica's mom.
Angelica.
She was like a business.
Yes, a business.
She was the original
boss.
girl boss.
All right. Rochella. Everyone hates Chris. Everybody hates Chris. I never
haven't
watched
seen
that.
No.
Tootie Proud from the Proud Family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give it to him. And then Laura Lee Gilmore. Is that how you say it?
Lorelai?
Lorelai? I've never seen Gilmore
The
Girls.
girlies are gonna be mad at you.
Sorry.
No, Gilmore Girls are so good.
Okay, now try to guess the number one. We're gonna play 20 questions for the number one TV mom. So you do 20
Has
questions.
it been a show that was on our list already?
Has it been a show on our list that we've already talked about?
Emily Gilmore.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It wasn't on the list of TV
It wasn't
shows.
on one that we talked about, but it was on that big list that I had showed you.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No. But ask 20 questions.
Oh,
you get
okay.
to ask 20 questions to get to it.
Is it a new show within the last 10 years?
No.
Do you think I've seen this show?
Yes.
Is Old Mom?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, her age is kind of static.
Okay. Is she white?
No.
Okay. Is she is this a comedy?
Yes.
Is this Do you think my parents have seen this show?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely Kevin, maybe not Molly.
What? Okay, that one just confused me. Did it come out like early 2000s?
I think before then.
Is it the Brady Bunch?
No.
Okay. What?
Sorry, the show debuted 1989
1989
and is still running.
is still The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson.
Was voted number one iconic TV mom of all time.
Is she white? It's such a funny question.
You're like, is she white? And I'm like, And then I thought you were going to say, is she so she's a mom of color. Say, a color for sure.
For sure. No, that's such a
That's
funny.
that's what I'm saying. Kevin, for sure, I think would have watched
Yes,
The
Molly-
Simpsons,
we
but I
did
don't
not
think
watch
Molly would have watched The Simpsons.
No, we
and I
did
don't
not
think-
watch The Simpsons in our house because my mom was like, those kids are brats.
Yeah.
And she was right.
Fully.
Oh my goodness, that was a good one.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do a little tribute. First
Yeah.
off, I want to do a tribute to my mom.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Where's my camera? Which
there's-
camera? The only one
Yeah,
there?
so the straight
Okay,
one
just this.
ahead. Yeah, that's the one.
Why it got to be straight. Okay. I'm like, hey, Mom. Sorry, I'm trying to talk into the straight camera.
I'll be the son you always wanted.
Hey. Sorry I turned out gay. It probably was a bit of a downer for you. At least I gave you 2 kids. Okay. My mom is, when Margot's mom died, I had this moment of just like, oh man, at some point, like my mom will die, and I wonder what her funeral will be like. And I was thinking, my mom's funeral will be filled to the brim. My mom has a really beautiful ability to see the people who often feel unseen and to make them feel important. And she, so I feel like her funeral would be filled with just like the largest smattering of like people who just adore my mom, but would maybe not normally be like at a church building, like, and she has such good friends because she is such a good friend. And I love how supportive she is. She's such like a ride or die. I was just talking with her this past week about she'd offered to drive me to the airport, and I'd said, great, I can have Cassie just come to the house. And she was like, absolutely not. She's a mom. She's got a young kid. I will drive to her house and pick her up. And I was like, that's just so my mom. Like my mom would be like, oh, absolutely. I will drive completely out of my way so that it's not an inconvenience for them, as she would take the inconvenience on her. My mom's also like really brilliant, and had every opportunity afforded her to, like, she skipped grades and got a full scholarship to like the top university in Canada. And she put that on hold, so on the side, so that she could dedicate her time to being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And we just really had such a beautiful childhood because of that. And she's super sassy in like the best way, where I never worried about needing to like defend my mom. Like my mom, like she raised like my sister to be like a strong woman, and for us to raise like our kids to be strong women. And when we asked my kids, even just this past spring break, like what's one thing you want to do? Both of my kids were like, we want to do laser tag with Granny, because she knows how to do an adventure and to make things fun. And she was on a professional laser tag team growing up. So she's also like,
so she's an icon.
We'll get your 6, hit to the base, flank right. Like she's giving straight up, like she was in some sort of war direction. And she's
clearing
a really
corners.
good time. 100%. She's pulling out a mirror, like her powdered mirror, just to like check around the sides. So I love you, Mom. Thank you for being the kind of person who when I have a good day in court, I will be leaving the garage and I will like instinctively call my mom and just be like, I had the craziest day in court. And my mom listens to all of the things that I tell her and remembers so many of them, and then will like follow up on them. And she does an amazing job. And so I'm just really grateful for her. And so happy Mother's Day, Mom.
I'm very grateful for her as well. Our moms are very similar in their like how they treat others, how they show up for others. You're
getting close. No, you can't cry.
No. Abby, your mom showed up for me. Ooh, wow.
Oh my gosh, stop. Don't cry. You're going to make me cry, and I don't want...
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just look away. Look away.
Suddenly this does become an audio only episode.
No, when I was having a very hard time in my life a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Your mom, who like I see pretty regularly, but like
always adjacent.
Yeah, she's always adjacent to my life. Reached out and took me to breakfast. And wow, the way that she like spoke to me and said things that I needed to hear in that moment, and have literally stayed with me since. Like that was a moment in my life where I felt like my course was corrected because somebody was available to like help me find my way. So your mom, like, always holds, like, such a...
Oh, there's no question that she was who we wanted. She's marrying Stephen and I, and we wanted that because she's just such like a bring people together. And the best part about Steph's story about my mom reaching out is that my mom never told me. Like,
No.
She would never. She keeps
She heard
all of
what
that stuff
happened and
so close
like,
to
just
her
reached out
vest.
personally. I think
And-
I had to be like, oh my gosh, I had lunch with your mom. And you were like, you did?
Yeah. My mom just would never do anything for the show. She would never do anything for it to be like, and then I'm taking your friend Stephanie out. So if you could just come over and
No,
change
and she
the light
even
bulbs.
did like something she saw a table. I don't know if this would like embarrass her for me to tell, but
Yeah.
she saw a table next to us it was 2 young kids, and they were a little chaotic and a little loud. And I even remember us talking at one point, and I was like thinking like, oh my gosh, this table next to us is so loud. And your mom paid for their breakfast and was just like, I love seeing people in that phase of life. And like, I know it's chaotic, but like they took their child out to brunch and like feeded everything to try and like make this happen. And like, it just is like situations like that where I have seen your mom and been like, oh, I want to be more like Liz. Like, she just acts in a way that when you're around her, you're like, I want to be more like Liz.
Yeah.
Anyway, didn't even talk about my mom yet. We're good.
I know. I'm like, okay, do we need to take 3?
Okay, no, we're fine.
good. Okay. And that was really beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Well, she's the best. Like,
Yeah.
she really, like, we really nailed it in the mom department.
Both of us did, yeah.
And so I had to give, like, my 1-2 for Liz as well.
Yes.
I'm collecting. I'm, like, getting out of the tears.
I know. I'm trying to
We're
give you some space.
sucking them up into the air.
In boxing, you'll appreciate this. Aubrey in particular will be like, okay, do you guys remember in that fight scene in the bathroom with Henry Cavill and the thing
when
where
he
they
reloads
do,
his
when
guns?
he reloads his guns?
That's one of my very favorite cinematic performances of all time.
Agreed. And so she's always like,
Reload
she's
your
like,
guns.
she's like, reload your guns, and it actually does like sort of help just like shake out some of the
Yeah.
lactic acid, and then it helps. So you could just like reload your gun, and then you're back in it. Yeah.
No,
See?
literally, that's imprinted on the front
No,
of my
fully.
skull.
I know exactly what he's wearing.
If they
I know
cut
where the
open my
curl-
brain and they flipped this like piece out, it's Henry Cavill reloading his
If
guns.
you open my brain, candy comes out. Like, that's the concern
Like
I
a
have.
piñata.
It's like a pinata. They're just jelly beads and starbursts that have like it's somehow a ferret.
Yeah.
Like a ferret that's just rolling around. Oh. Okay.
A meerkat just pops its head out and comes back.
In a top hat. Hello. Drops back down.
Oh my
No,
gosh,
he's
you
got one of
guys.
those little party things. He's like, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
A kazoo.
No, not the kazoo, because it's not. But the
A
thing
mini
that, like,
piano. He starts playing Piano Man.
da-da-da-da, he pulls out a tip jar. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, nudging the tip jar.
A cricket
you
starts
listen-
doing a tap dance on the piano.
A ladder like comes out, and people just start crying out. It's like, where did these things come from? An entire family of elves like hanging Christmas.
Keebler elves.
They've got the kiln going. They're just like throwing pottery. They're like, That's so funny. If you watched last week's episode, if you listened to last week's episode where we went off over the flowers and the
Beekeeping
gardening
and the
thing,
gardening?
the
Oh my
beekeeping,
gosh.
this is a similar example of like Steph just organically saying, yeah, if you cut open my head, you'd see Henry Cavill reloading. If you cut open my head, you'd see a ferret, candy, confetti, playing a piano, wearing a top hat.
And there's a
top
guy
hat
in the
with-
back just ripping cigs.
No, it's Jabba the Hutt in the back ripping cigs. Princess Leia's next to him, like, bitch.
It's the definition of like, I'm not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with me.
One person just like bolts. I hope every person just bolts.
Sprints out of there.
Sprints out. He's wearing a prison uniform. Where the hell have you been hiding?
Meanwhile, my mom's listening to this being like, and if you could get to mine,
Literally.
that would be great.
Sorry, Molly. I'm trying to help her not cry so much
Yeah,
so that
no,
she can
he's
do
doing
your
a good job of
so
distracting.
she could do your tribute justice.
Okay.
Molly.
My mom, very similar to yours, like has an ability to make everybody feel like they're her best friend. Like she is pure light and pure joy. When people are like, you are yellow, you are sunshine, I got it from my mama. Like she is everything. She is the person that, like, when I meet somebody in their ward in their stake, or somebody even out in the wild, they're like, oh, your mom's Molly, you have the best parents ever. I'm like, yeah, I know, raised them right. Like, I'm the youngest, of course. Like, I practically had to do this myself. She has always been available to me. She is currently in Italy with my dad celebrating his retirement. Ooh, spoiler alert, he's retired. I can finally talk about it. And as I was, looking up stuff for my garden yesterday, I'm trying to Google, I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying not to, like, send her texts about which roses I should buy in Italy. And I sent her one text, paragraphs and paragraphs of information. Like, she is just a woman who will show up for you. In fact, like, put it on her grave, she shows up. If you need her, she is there. I literally have, next to Liz, the best mom in the entire world. She just is exceptional.
Up there with Liz. It's not even a next to. It's like,
no,
Molly is so perfect and for everything that you need as principal mom.
Yeah.
And then she's so perfect as everyone's like bonus mom. And my mom's the same. Like,
yes.
She's perfect for what we needed as mom. And then she's everyone's perfect bonus mom.
And I think too, even as an adult, like, both of our moms have been really good at moving from mother to friend. Like, I truly view my mom as one of my best friends. She is, like, hand holding me through life. And, like, secondary to that, if I'm like, hey, I really need a friend right now and not my mom, or I really need my mom right now and not my friend, she can code switch. She can jump into that. And that's a really difficult role to fulfill. Like, when can I be your mom? When can I be your friend? And she just, like, does it so gracefully. And I'm just, like, so lucky to have my mom and John too, but it's not really about you today, so, like, take it easy. But, like, I have the best parents ever.
Yeah, I love Molly something fierce, because Molly is she first off, she has excellent taste. And so I really trust her on that.
Yep.
And so, like, she's the sort of person who, we're doing a small wedding.
Yeah.
And so unfortunately, we just didn't have enough seats for her, although we're vacating some, so they could come in. But even though she's not invited to the wedding, she sat down with me multiple times for hours on end to help plan it and to give ideas and to just make it special for no other reason than she wants it to be amazing for me, even though she's not going to be, a firsthand recipient of that, like, participant. Like, that to me is such an indicia of Molly. One of my favorite stories too with her is that when we were picking out your wedding dress and we were wedding dress shopping, Molly, you and me, we would walk into these little bridal salons and they had no idea what was about to, like, just
the tornado
rip through that store. And so I remember your mom was having opinions about dresses that was being, like, really funny. And Steph has been very blessed, been very blessed. And so certain dresses you were on full
Crazy.
display.
Yeah.
And Molly, I was being mildly inappropriate, which I am 90%
Always.
of the time, particularly when you and I are in public.
Yeah.
And Molly just could not stop giggling. But, like, being a part of it while still going through being like, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. We will not be doing that. Okay. And she made life super fun. And similarly, as relationships, as I was even, with Steven and other relationships, as those would kind of navigate and have ebbs and flows, she was like a pretty steady Freddy source of advice. And so there were times where, like, I've just gone out to lunch just with her. And that's a really beautiful
Yeah.
like friendship. I love that my friends love my mom like a friend, and I love loving my friends as moms like they're
Yeah.
my friends too. So we've so lucked out on both of our moms, and so we wish them the most happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
And we have to give our happy Mother's Day to you, my queen, because
Resident stepmom.
the resident stepmom. When you asked me to marry you, you and Traven, I remember specifically making sure that I wanted to talk to Bailey about her getting to have you be your stepmom. And I think the line that we put in there was that she wasn't getting just like another mom. She was getting a Stephanie.
Yeah.
And I think that so beautifully encapsulates you as a stepmom, because you didn't get marred down by what you think a stepmom should be.
Yeah.
You've decided who Stephanie will be to Bailey, and what Bailey needs and what Stephanie can uniquely give her. And that to me is like being a mom. Like that to me is like, that is the quintessential, how do I bring my best self to this to make it the best relationship? And the number of times Stephanie has showed up for Bailey and put her first and been thinking about her and been a really beautiful source of advice to Traven in navigating Bailey. And I'm not even going to look at her because she's crying, so I'm just going to look at the TV. I'm in a space where, because of my profession, dealing with divorced parents, I deal a lot with step parents. And you are by far the best I've seen. That of just what you would hope a step parent would be, where they're not critical of the mom, they're respectful of her role, but then also just like, I love this kid as well. And it would be such a privilege to have that sort of maternal dialogue and relationship. And you do that really, really well. She does that super, super well. So many times, I think of our Pitch Perfect, where we drove back on Pitch Perfect and poor Bailey's in the backseat of the car. But that was because we were driving home because Stephanie had brought Bailey to go see her dad at work. Mm-hmm. And one of the most beautiful things that Stephanie does as a stepmom is she helps Traven shine as Bailey's dad. And if you are a step parent and you're wondering, like, how do I do this? What would be like, what's the role? What's the dynamic? Helping the kid feel loved and helping the other parent shine is like really high up on the to do, and you nail that, sis.
Wow,
you
thank
nail
you
that a ton.
so much. I didn't realize that was gonna make me so emotional.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you barely warned me that you were gonna actually
Include
mention
you.
me.
Yeah. How could we not?
Being a stepmom is like the best thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, what the heck?
This is going to be called Crying Moms, or Moms That Make Us Cry, or Tears for Moms.
Crying moms at work.
Yeah.
Moms cry at work.
Twerk, work, cry, berserk.
I don't talk about being a stepmom a ton,
Mm-hmm.
because it's something like very sacred to me. Like,
Sure.
But Bailey is the best. I'm so lucky to like have a great stepkid who really accepted me and like really loved me from the very beginning and never made me feel anything less than. So anyway, I love being a stepmom. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, we're just so grateful to all the moms out there. If you're listening, if you are like, you have your own children, if you don't have your own children, but you take on like a maternal role in any capacity for children, this past week, DCFS removed 2 children in 2 different homes in cases that I'm involved in. And there is an unending need for good parents, good influences, good positive influences for kids. Because I think when we get to some really scary statistics and facts. And so if you are taking on that maternal role in any capacity, either in a formal designation as like a step parent, or as just like your
Really
auntie
good
so-and-so,
aunt,
you're the cousin to so-and-so, you're the neighbor, you're adopted, whatever. If you are doing that, you celebrate this weekend.
Yeah.
You celebrate you take time to be like, hell yeah, this is a challenge. And yet you're doing the dang thing. And so I hope all the moms out there, by title or by dedication, decide like, hey, I'm going to give myself this, because we cannot rely on men because they're inherently stupid as hell. And so I want to believe that the dads are all going to show up.
We'll keep saying that until it's Father's Day.
We'll keep saying it until it's Father's Day, and then suddenly you'll be the best damn thing that's ever happened. You get one day. Other than that, get it together, fellas. Because we can't rely on guys as well as we wish we could. Please make sure that you're celebrating yourselves, and that you're celebrating. And this goes to, I would start listing my, I'd list my sisters and my sister-in-laws and my friends, Megan.
Clearly,
and
I
Cassie
am not
and
well
Maddie.
enough today to just start listing all of the women in my life who
I
are
couldn't.
good moms, like Brittany, Talia, Megan.
Yeah.
Like, you guys, I can't.
We're not even going to attempt, although we both just did. We're not going to try more. Just know that, like, we really appreciate you and the dedication you have to honestly making the world a better place by being motherly.
Oh, gosh. And for those who are, like, currently pregnant, about to become moms, you're already...
Caroline, we see you.
She is one of those people that, like, I'm like, you have to stay pregnant. You're literally the pregnancy glow has never been more true for her.
Glowy.
Sorry to tangent.
No, we're just so, and if you're nervous about you're doing a good job, you are.
You're doing
that's
an amazing
just
job.
the thing. So really, really celebrate yourselves and celebrate the moms in your lives this upcoming weekend.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, you guys. Sorry I made Steph cry so much.
I'm sorry I cried most of this episode.
No, it's okay.
I just love mamas. I love you.
Thanks, mamas. Mamas. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.